we have one last sleeper, although this guy has been starting to get, since the high draft capital came in, some positive buzz from his coach. Not quite a sleeper, but we felt like we had to mention him because we both absolutely love Pat Bryant here on the Denver Broncos. I know you wanted to chat about him, so I'll let you start, and then I'll wrap it up as well. But huge fan of Pat Bryant. What do you like here?
Yeah, I particularly really like Pat Bryant. I was very high on him pre-draft. I put him at, I think, my wide receiver 8. I did not expect him to get the draft capital that he did. So him getting the draft capital that he did makes me even more confident in him. He had a 90th percentile college dominator rating and a 75th percentile college target share. I believe the only receiver with a higher dominator rating was McMillan, out of the higher drafted receivers. But Pat Bryant has some serious upside. I know a lot of hype has been growing just from Sean Payton mentioning that he sees a lot of similarities in Pat Bryant's game to Michael Thomas. And Pat Bryant also wears the number 13.
So, argument done. That's all you need to know. Michael Thomas pop, number 13, end it. That's all we need.
So there's a ton of, speculation there. But I do really like Pat Bryant. His 1.76 receiving yards per team pass attempt over his collegiate career was actually just behind Travis Hunter, while his receiving yards market share was actually higher. So he is, to be honest, a lot of people are raving about Travis Hunter's receiver skills, but there are receivers in this class that are just as good, if not better. This past season, amongst 124 Power 5 wide receivers with 50 or more targets, Pat Bryant ranked 14th in receiving yards, 7th in yards per route run, which was just behind Tetariah McMillan, Jordan Tyson, and Jeremiah Smith. He was 8th in yards per reception. He was 5th in receiving touchdowns, NFL passer rating when targeted, and receiving grade. And the receiving grade was also just right behind Jeremiah Smith and ahead of McMillan, actually. He was 6th in offensive grade, which is just behind both Smith and McMillan again, and 8th in drop rate. This guy, he broke out this past season, kind of a late breakout, which is not usually something I do. But there's a lot to like about this guy. The Denver Broncos wide receiver room is mostly wide open. They have Courtland Sutton, who actually has been in a rumor for trade, maybe not this year or maybe next year, to a real contender. Not sure. We think Sutton likes Denver. But other than that, Denver doesn't have any legit pass catchers. I like Troy Franklin coming out of Oregon last year, but they didn't really give him much. So maybe there's something there with Pat Bryant. Sean Payton seems to really like the guy. I'm going to take a shot.
What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.